Alito, everyone.
So, how it go? What
Right.
happened? Well. Got a special guest tonight. And I named this Fight Night with Phoenix, Eagle Down, Queens Speak Down. And, got a little conversation about a sucker that we was dealing with training gate dudes, fight chaser Micah. He ain't really all truthful. He calls himself a truther, but we got somebody from Chicago. He a live wire, this Indian. He just happened to have the same type of issues that with the same people. And coincidentally, the paths crossed, and I got the brother here. He had no pre-mention of how people feel about Colinago, well, especially me. But I seen him going ham, and he figured it out. I don't know how this man, got past everybody else. But this young brother figured it out, and he been calling him out, and that's what he's about. Why don't you introduce yourself, ladies and gentlemen? This is Sean Blackman. What's up, Sean?
What's going on? My name's Sean. I'm from Chicago.
Everything is healthy. Everything is healthy. So, I told you I had a little confrontation. I got a phone call. Wasn't really a confrontation. From Cheeto Pod the other day in regards to, some of the statements that I made about him and Wild Fox. Well, y'all know I don't chew my cabbage twice. I didn't lie about nothing. I don't apologize for what it was that they wasn't feeling. We know they're not righteous and they hang out with them dusty grandma traffickers, in the town, rapists and pillagers. So we don't really get no respect to them niggas. You know how that go. I ain't chewing my cabbage twice. And y'all know I just slam dunk on these niggas and keep it moving. But interesting story. Colinago, he's been surfacing again. I've been talking about this dude since probably 2015, 2016. He's a scam artist. He's been a scam artist. And, I think I should finally tell the story about how he kind of resurfaced. And that was around, when I met Darkman X. So when I met Darkman, him and Colinago, they was cool at the time. But I liked Darkman, so I never said anything bad about his homie. I kind of let things play out for themselves, and that was the best way that I should have handled it, that I actually did handle. So now here it is, almost a year, maybe definitely at least 6 months to a year go by, and every time Darkman tries to bring me to this round table with other people that are now, coming into the indigenous community, every time he brought my name up, Colinago would have something negative to say. So, after it wasn't just Darkman, it was a bunch of other people on their camp, and they kept saying, the sister knows what she's talking about. She got heat. You need to, maybe she could bring some insight. And he's, no, I don't like her. I don't know her. He always had something to say. So one day the people get fed up and they start, paying attention, and they, start seeing little red flags and stuff like that. And they separate themselves from Colinago. And then finally, when he asked me, he says, yeah, this nigga Colinago every time. I was like, oh, well. And that's when I gave him the history. It was long time went by before I told him about the whole HEMOC situation and, why I didn't like Colinago and so on and so forth. And here we are, years later, and here's this young brother. Colinago's still out here fooling people, right? We know he a whole Nigerian. And this young brother happened to be on his ass, and he on his neck. Got Colinago all types of nervous, and as he should be. But you remember, y'all keep in mind, back in November, not Colinago, excuse me, I believe it was Dane Calloway and Chief Holiday made like this 12-hour video where they were talking about African Americans ain't African. They were speaking about Kerry Davis. They were talking shit about Tomahawk. And at this point, this is the time where Dane actually gives me accolades. Now, this man has always had his little one-liners and his little indirect shots he takes. But y'all know me. I don't hide. I don't duck and hide around nobody. I show my face, and I tag the motherfucker I'm talking about. Give him an opportunity to talk the same shit and have the same temperature as they do behind closed doors when they're in the inboxes. I like to bring it out in front of everybody because I don't have anything to hide. So, but during this time, they bring this up, and there is a specific part where he, I don't know what he thought he was doing, but Dane says, well, I'm rocking out with Chief Kalinago and Chief Holiday. Like, in other words, whoever don't like it, because he's the man. I think that's what he thought. But, au contraire. And this is also, going to be the pivotal part where the ancestors, the ancient ones ain't playing with none of these niggas. And we don't really got to do much. Even though they aggravate the shit out of us, we don't really have to do a lot. Things are kind of happening on their own. So now back to this conversation. I had with Cheeto Pie the other day, him and Wild Fox, they were taking an indirect hits, trying to disrespect Chief Warhorse, taking a little shots. Clearly from the conversation, I'm not really mad at him enough because I just think that he's just some people just want friends really badly and they'll just do some wild shit. I don't know how that works for somebody in their 40s, right? Because you just don't behave that way. If you're still trying to find somewhere to fit in and you can't, you shouldn't just hang around scumbags just to have somewhere to be. You know what I'm saying? You might want to just spend a little time getting to learn yourself before you start hanging around with creeps, under intense peer pressure where your ass could get dragged out by the men in black, by your fucking ankles for some of the activities that your friends are participating in. So let's show this video. Cheeto Pop, he's from the 9th Ward. Well, the 7th and 9th Ward did not want to let him walk through the Mardi Gras. Let's get to the footage. We're going to run to the footage. This is live from yesterday in New Orleans. And that karate shit ain't really mean nothing to him yesterday. All that shit did nothing to him in his own neighborhood. And these are the so I talk out these characteristics, and everybody says that I'm harsh, and you're gonna call me a man and all this other shit. Well, I know street shit when I see street shit, and these niggas they're not the situation. They're not a situation. The shit that they've been doing in the last couple of years, damn well they're not just in the streets with somebody to push their motherfucking melon back. I don't care what hood you from, that city hood you was some code of ethics, and others be on, that ain't it. We're gonna run this footage of this motherfucking New Orleans knockdown. He couldn't walk until the niggas said he could walk. And what he did, he sat his ass on the side. You gotta hear the side talk of the conversation. And y'all see for yourself.
Hold on, I'm pulling it up. Halito, everyone, Halito. I'm pulling it up, fingers. I had it up, but for some reason they playing with me. I got a head come and hold on. Let's try it again. All right, here we go. Alright, it was just at the beginning of the video. Phoenix.
Yes. So they basically tell them that karate shit ain't, they wasn't jacking that shit. All that tough guy shit in your own hood. Questionable. Questionable, questionable. That was a spicy meatball. I have to come across it. I definitely want to put that out there. I think it's funny, especially when all the assholes start getting their ass whipped like dominoes, like the domino effect. This is how it's gotta be. Let's play some intimacy. Putting smackdown on these niggas that's in the way of us being a successful people. We ain't gotta do all this backhand alley shit that these niggas is doing. The law is quite clear. It's already written what we supposed to do. We should probably just take heed to what the fuck we supposed to be doing. We can't leave it up to these other people to do it, because look at the situation that we're in. They sell us the snake charm oil, sell us all the water, promise us all the water under the bridge, and don't deliver on shit. And then we back here looking at each other, mad at everybody else, while the oppressor walking away with our shit. The only thing is, we know all skin folk ain't kinfolk. And these are some of the things we gotta watch out for, especially with these niggas like Colinago. If y'all can't hear that this man don't have no type of Caribbean accent whatsoever, he's not able to show you any type of lineage, whether in Dominica or here. And if he's from Dominica, born and raised there, and then came here, his loyalty, he should be loyal to Dominica and fixing their problems and whatever it is that they have going on amongst the Colinago people.
Not trying to interrupt. I just want to say that anybody see the paperwork. That's all I'm saying. I'm a regular street guy from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know that anybody see his paperwork. That's all. That's the question I want to know. Behind whether we trying to figure out whether he African or he from the islands, no matter what we trying to figure out. Did you see the paperwork that was presented? Did you see the website that was presented? My boy is a con and been conning, been starting up accounts and killing them. Been conning y'all out of money, saying he gonna buy land and ain't bought no land. Ain't did nothing with that money. I'm just a regular guy that was on Facebook that joined the community, the awakening, to try to, you know what I'm saying, see where my people come from, my family, and this community woke me up into that. But to see that somebody's stealing from the community, that's where we're gonna have a problem. You know what I'm saying? To see that somebody that's like coming to Chicago telling some gangsters that you GD, you the man, you running shit. And come to find out you ain't no goddamn body. You ain't no chief. Who ordained this shit? Nobody. You just doing some whole whack ass shit. Ain't nobody just bothering you. You was a stripper. You been a prostitute. That means you been a conner and a womanizer. And that's what you still doing. You just changed the game, man. And I'm watching you. It's niggas like me that's watching you. And that's watching you. That's all I want to say, man.
That's right. That's what it is. So now it's good to know there's other hitters out there that sees the bullshit and not afraid to say something, right? Not afraid to say anything. And make themselves available to have these conversations and shit. Because a lot of these niggas talk about it and then they want to hide behind the keyboard and all this other shit and don't want to shoot their shot the same way. And they never had the same temperature when you dead in their face. They never had the same fucking temperature.
I got something to say. Hey,
Yeah,
Phoenix.
go for it, bro.
Hey, I've been checking out when Colinago used to come to Chicago. You see white folks walking around here. He don't be nowhere on the block. You don't see him on 87. You don't see him on 79. You don't see him at 95th at the train station talking to people. He be out there by Lincoln Park Zoo or out there in the north side. Look, he out there talking. Well, he be talking to one of us. You see the white folks trying to listen and see what he talking about. That's how you know he's safe where he at. See, he not gonna go out west, or come down to nowhere down 63rd Street talking that shit with all them feathers on his head, talking about he doing this and doing that. They gonna peep his game real quick and pull his card. They don't play like that around there. So when he be talking about I'm in the hood in Chicago, he fronting.
On that, man, you can just come out here talking. We got different races of people. Ain't no just walking up saying that you something that you not. People can't hit at or see that in you.
Right. Waking up a little bit, brother.
Yeah, he walking. He took a scroll.
You breaking up a little bit. I think it cut out. It's still there, but
Yeah, it'll refresh. It'll refresh.
So again, the fraudulent. So there was a video that he did sometime in December, your boy Kalanago. And he's showing a piece of paper talking about what he changed his name. He never mentioned what he changed his name to. So did he change his name from Kenneth Austrie to something else or what? Because we know that he's got several different identities, right? But at the end of the day, he had everything all blocked off and what have you. So this case, the time that he was saying that he did all of this and he got his documents and stuff done over was already after this particular case. So that can't be true because your name is still Henrik Austrie. So the man ain't telling the truth about several things. What'd you say, Sean? I can't hear you.
Unmute your mic, big homie. You got your mic muted on your side. Your microphone is muted. Yeah. I think mine is muted. No, mine ain't muted. No, we can't hear you. We can't hear you, big homie. When you have faded out, you just hit the refresh button and you good. Just refresh your screen. Hell no, we still can't hear.
Oh man, we lost the brother's sound.
Yeah, we lost his sound.
Try and get it back. Maybe if he reset it. Can you
he
hear us still?
He refreshed it, but somehow he's not unmuting himself because I don't have no audio feed coming from his phone. I can tell when I have the audio feed. But yeah, he can't. He just refreshed it again. But yeah, it's not gonna fly. I mean, he's not. You know what I'm saying? Like people, they peep out when folks is running game on them. We peep it so fast to where you go to a safe area, catch a couple of brothers and sisters around a whole bunch of white folks. You spit some game to them, and then you go back, edit it, and record it, and be like, "Yeah, I'm amongst my people." And if you by Lincoln Park Zoo, you are not around your people you playing. So, yeah, you know he be fronting. It's just a big front. It's just a big front.
Right. So, and these are the people we don't need in the community. We gotta excommunicate these people. Send them to Ain't Shit Island. There is a place for them, and it's Ain't Shit Island. Definitely out of the way of the American Indian. That's a fact. Now, one of the other topics that I'd love to touch on, I need the brother Sean to come back because he has one hell of a story regarding somebody that, I don't even, he's a Frank chaser, dragon tamer, a whole bunch of other things, but definitely a clown is one of them. Definitely a goddamn bulldog. So we're going to wait for brother Sean to get back. He's coming back now.
No, he still froze over here on my screen. I don't know if he hung up.
I think he hung up.
Look like he just walked to the corner store. So probably when he get back home, it's probably get stronger. You know how that internet connection is on your phone when you go from spot to spot.
Yeah.
And we on the live.
Yeah. Stream. So Kalanago, he's a fucking dub. The Aniuwaya, listen. That man is not Wolf Clan. He don't have any of those names. I'm pretty sure he cannot. There's certain places that they would have been. I'm pretty sure he is not because there's some other tribes that would be mentioned and it would not really be Cherokee, to be honest. They got absorbed into the Cherokee. That is not the people that they are, okay? So for the $1 million question to all of these so-called Cherokees, that is saying that Aniuwaya, you need to know where those people were. Because they all didn't go to the same place and they all didn't end up in Oklahoma. So you need to know that. And they all didn't stay behind with the Eastern Band of Cherokees either, or either the ones that were, detribalized and stayed behind in Georgia, Alabama, and Mississippi. So Come correct. And then there's still 6 other clans. So what other clans did you marry into? Because they were still marrying their cousins up to the 3rd degree, but they, as long as they weren't from the male side. Also, you know that that's the real reason why a lot of people don't talk about the culture, because it's weird to us now, right? When they married their 3rd cousin, shit. In some cases, some tribes, they were marrying their 1st cousin, right? Universe is with no shit now, but these are some of the things that.
Oh, there you go. He back. He back on the block. There you go.
Everything. Man, I don't know if it's all this money for iPhones and this what the hell be going on.
Oh no. I just think this is it's a Windows setup, and I guess they don't get along with iPhones so well. I guess that's what it is. Everything's good though. Right. Everything good. But let me put you back on. The brother's back.
So yeah, like I was
I was waiting for you to come back to. Go ahead, brother.
I say, like I was stating, man, to the people that's just like me, that's just looking in on the thing, and for the people, I respect the people that really go out here and read the knowledge and try to spread it to us without asking for a crumb. But you know what I'm saying? If you are supporting your thing, just let it be truthful, man. Don't come out here trying to con no motherfucker and make no paperwork to make no fake tribe under some real people. Like, come on, man, you doing the same thing that the white folks doing. And anybody should have a problem with that. I don't know how this shit could been going on for 4 to 5 years. And nobody like came out was like, man, this shit look fucked up. And to be honest with you, dude, look kind of sick. On my life, he look kind of sick, like he didn't got that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm just being honest, like,
Listen, tell the truth.
He looked sick, like he got.
A lot of these niggas look sick. Roger don't look
that this man is really a true Indian, and I don't know how he snuck past us in Chicago, and he came somewhere out here, and they ain't know about it. But you know what I'm saying? I'm on to your ass, and I'll be everywhere out here. All my homies watching my shit now. We everywhere around here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't welcome back here. And for the Geechee chasers, yeah, because I know it's another guy. He blocked me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know him like that, but I think his name Michael King. Yeah, man, we had our run in. You know what I'm saying?
Let's show his mugshot. His real name is Michael LaShawn Earsuri. Let's show his mugshot. Yeah, I got receipts on everybody. I've been holding on to this shit for a long time. I sent you some screenshots. Let's get that mugshot
here. You sent it to the email.
I think I sent it to the Facebook inbox.
Oh, the Facebook, okay.
So Micah acts like he is King Chicago, and no, he the illest nigga in Illinois. Okay.
I think that nigga live in I think he live in 147th out there in Harvey or River Oaks somewhere. I don't think he live in the city.
No, I'm pretty sure I got that.
Out there by Markham.
Yeah, he live by Markham.
Let me go on the crates here.
Phoenix
got it.
Nah, you didn't send it to me. You didn't send it to me.
Okay. Let me see.
But a little bit into the story of what I got into with him, and it's funny how I heard another story from Phoenix was telling me how they was going around saying people were transvestites and things like that. When I got in the community, they was doing a lot of that. You see a lot of that in other communities, but you know what I'm saying? When I got in this community, I seen them trying to do that, trying to get some subscribers. So they started doing it to Facebook friends that I know, ain't no females, niggas that I know. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? So one of them called me. He like, yeah, don't go against what we saying and this and that. You know what I'm saying? Thinking I was new to this shit, but again, he a fraud. So I get right off of that, call the guy that he's talking about. The guy tell me. So I get up. Long story short, me and the dude Michael get into it. We putting up posts. I told him to call me. He say his people them got a post of a guy that got killed on 63rd. He's one of the MCs. No disrespect to him. You know what I'm saying? But he had him on his post and he said that's his brother, which it ain't his brother. He can't vouch for that. So you know what I'm saying? I'm just saying. He said it was his brother. So I go and I tell him, like, you on 63rd, then your brother just got killed, then come on down here now. You down here? I'm working right here on Cottage. You on 61st and Cottage? What's up? That's me. He telling me he riding around with the guns and he looking for people and all that. We all know real G's don't talk about what they riding around doing and riding around what they doing. But I give them the benefit of the doubt and I told them to meet me. You know what I'm saying? You got all this frustration saying you riding around with the burner. Like, what's up? Nigga never got in tune with me. I ain't see him. He posted my address on his page. And with my address, it was an old ass 4-year picture when it was trees in front of my house. So he Googled that shit. And the only reason he Googled it because people like me pressing people in the Aboriginal community and fucking with them. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to get up with him thinking he was somebody to trust. I was new to this shit. And this motherfucker was a fraud ass, peachy chasing ass, faggot motherfucker from Chicago. You know what I'm saying?
It's like the conversation was getting good, and then it just said bloop. I'm like, I'm all into it. Like, this nigga goddamn telling the story, boy. And then that shit just said doo doo doo
The
doo
people
doo.
still in the chat.
Huh?
It still say live on Restream.
Shouldn't be. It shouldn't be.
People still in the chat.
All right, let me.
It said every time it gets to the roof, the sound goes off. Okay, they hear us now.
They can hear us right now.
Yes, sir. Okay, great.
Damn, as soon as it's on. All right, they about to see you in a minute. They should be able to see you now. That's crazy. It just
Yeah.
booted. I'm telling you, we just got booted. As soon as the story started getting good, it just said bloop. Y'all got to get out of here. And I was like, damn. Let's see if
Okay, everybody's saying it's still live. They can
uh,
hear us, but
all
can't
right.
see us.
They should be able to see you now. Just give it a minute because it comes back. It's gonna catch up.
Yeah, I think we live again now.
I ain't never seen nothing like that. It just booted.
Let's see if we can get the good brother back. So he got this interesting story about this punk ass nigga Micah. Hilarious, hilarious, hilarious. You know these people. They a week been talking about their drive by, and they did nothing but drive by.
That's
Yes,
why.
sir.
Damn. That's where I
I
grew
want
up.
to try to get the dude back so he can tell this story because you just never know. Everybody will till some real shit happens. So Micah, we know you are not the truth at all, buddy. And then he packed up and moved after. See, this is what happens when, because somebody like me, always in Facebook jail, there's a lot of shit that I miss because I definitely missed that part. Um, definitely missed that part. So, yeah, I don't know how that shit's working out for these guys, how they are absolutely, oh, they go to brother right there, how they are, perpetrating this fraud and people are really buying this shit. And then they get mad at the people that really tell the fucking truth. So you got to know the ones that tell the truth. They the ones that don't get no money. They don't get no help. They don't get no contributions, no donations. They're not asking for something every 5 goddamn minutes. These niggas is like a different type of Umar Johnson, right? Different type of Umar Johnson. Here go this scumbag here. Michael LaShawn Earsery. So there are, some disgusting things that they do, and they have the same characteristics as the 750s, right? Because for them to do that to an indigenous brother and take a picture of his mother and call him a tranny, that he is his I think his mom is not even alive anymore. So these are the type of games that they like to play. So when people talk about that, oh, we can't be doing all this divided stuff, I'm telling you right now, anybody and everybody that do them system pictures up of my dead sister can fucking get it. First of all, please understand that. Please understand that. They put pictures of my grandmother up, pictures of my mother. They got a picture of my grandmother that I still can't figure out where the shit came from. This is how mad they are at the Indian, that these are the type of things they do. Only a nigga that can't find his grandma do some shit like that, like they did to my man DC. Right? And I wish I would have thought that, but I'm blocked. I wouldn't have seen the shit no way. But knowing how me and DC connect, he probably posted something about it, and I probably liked it just because that's the type of wavelength we be on, not even knowing what that situation was about. So I'm pretty sure that happened anyway. Even though I don't really know exactly when this situation occurred. But we got the brother Sean back. Go ahead and finish telling about this sucker ass nigga Micah and this little corny ass job to play.
So this nigga, Mike, I can't think of the other nigga name. It's a light skinned, caramel skinned brother with a bald head with a beard. He be with him and shit. They be on some homosexual shit. They constantly be like skirt chasing. We call it dick chasing in Chicago. They like boys or some shit. Like they constantly trying to see or say a motherfucker was a boy at first or was a woman at first, but now they a boy. And I'm like, man, that's like they've been going on this shit for weeks. Like ever since I accepted the niggas on the friend request, all I see is rainbows and pictures of actors and even real people that's going against them saying the same thing I'm saying. Why is this entertaining y'all so much that this shit is on? So, like I said, they fucked up and put a picture of a person that I was getting some knowledge from that basically wasn't really in it to defend himself and arguing with a motherfucker. They put him up there. And when I seen the picture of his dead mama, like, shit, I flipped. Like, nigga, like that shit, I know that shit hurt, man. A motherfucker like you in Chicago saying you in Chicago, get up with me. Do that to me. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Put a picture of my people. You put my address up, but still, this a year later, nigga, ain't nobody never been here. I'm parking the car now. Right in the same lot of the address you put up. Nigga, you don't know nobody. Ain't nobody doing that. I put your address up, motherfucker coming to your house. On bro, I'm coming to your shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't do that. You just do shit. And then he gonna try to block me and say that's their favorite thing. They block you and lie. You know what I'm saying? He gonna try to block me and say, yeah, some people gave me this address and told me this where this nigga stay. Nigga, you ain't talking to nobody in Chicago that gave you my motherfucking address. Nigga, you Googled that. Ain't been no trees in front of this house since the 90s. Fuck is you talking about? You's a fraud. Get your ass out of here. And I waited for you to come back here. I waited for you to get gas over here. You told me you had people on the 116th. I'll be on the 111 every day. I never seen you. I'm all down on 61st looking for you. You told me you was here. You lying. Found out you live in Harvey. So I left your bitch ass alone. But that's some pussy ass shit that you trying to view us off chasing Geechies. Like, nigga, that ain't what we come here for. We came to figure out who the fuck we was and how we can get ourselves back. You know what I'm saying? Y'all already collected. Y'all collecting money. Y'all basically passing the collection plate around the Aboriginal community, saying y'all gonna open up and do this. Y'all praying on people. And that Geechee motherfucker, he been doing a lot more than straight porn. He been doing gay porn. That's what y'all ain't understanding out the whole thing. So not only is y'all been listening to a fucking liar, y'all listen to a motherfucker who been doing gay porn and the nigga losing weight like a motherfucker. If you look at the pictures, the nigga look totally different. Face look different, losing weight, the nigga sick. You can't tell that? Now you can't tell that? Man, come on, man. That's looking at the nigga. The nigga sick. And he around shaking his carrot on you old bitches. Y'all better be careful, man. Don't come to Aboriginal community. Spread that shit around. Y'all foolish, man. I just want to know why y'all so mad at me. I was just like y'all. I was watching just like y'all. I've been watching just like y'all. So why you mad at me for? You know what I'm saying? I'm just a watcher. She put me on here like this. Just watching. I never came. I even told her, like, she put out some knowledge to me. I'm like, I don't be reading the laws like that. I'm not going to even lie. I'm just looking at my family. I'm just a person that's on the outside looking in. You know what I'm saying? I honor any knowledge, no matter where it come from. But I know a fraud when I see one.
So the ladies, you know, Ronaldo had a whole Colorado beehive come out, and they started a bunch of elder women, you know, attacking Brother Sean. Like, why are you coming at him? And they called him, accused him of being a woman beater. They don't even know this man. But because he was blocking shots at Colorado, all of these women went to defend Colorado and attack this young brother, right? Not saying anything any different than anybody else. It's just one brother that they was not pulling the wool over his eyes, and that was the end of that. But the ladies came for him. That's the problem. That's the problem. When they're defending the pork chops, right? And then they try to throw the righteous people to the wolves.
A regular person. Not a person with a regular person. Not a person that's out here with every book stating that I'm teaching all this. You know what I'm saying? I had just got into this community. There's no, you know, I'm expecting to look for people like when I sent Mike, you know what I'm saying? We conversed a few times. Like even Colin could say, yeah, he sent me something. You know what I'm saying? He tried to holler at me. That's anybody in there tell you, like I tried to holler at him, like, what's up? What's going on in the community? What's this? What's that? You know what I'm saying? But when you turned around and it was a fraud, that was the problem. I just asked you to show me some paperwork that you a chief. If you're going to claim you a chief, please. Show me some paperwork. Who's honoring you as a chief? That's all I asked. And you gave me a bunch of bullshit. And behind that, I seen you was collecting money. I seen your videos. I started watching. What? That's what they on YouTube for. I'm not bothering nobody. I'm watching. I'm learning. And I'm learning you a goddamn fraud. You collect all that money. Where's the greenhouse? Where's the shit you was talking about in Louisiana? You ride on a truck talking about you got horses and pigs. Nigga, you stand in a room in the city somewhere. You don't stay in the fucking country. Where you at? Come on, man. You better not come to no Aboriginal shit in Chicago. On my life. You better not.
Oh no, they dipping it hot and they in the middle of nowhere. You know, I don't know if I sent you the picture, but then other brothers that was part of the $1.8 million scam. He's friends with all of them. And they all try to hide their friendship. These brothers all throw rocks and then they hide their hands. I got a picture of him in the cow print skirt with somebody who I thought
they recruit,
and he turned out to be a whole bird turd. But you know, again, they front like they're not friends with these people, and they see that you and I are opposition, but they're really cool with these people. You know what I'm saying? And all kind of still, they're all the same sandwich. I have compartmentalized the names and gave all of them nicknames and shit. All the foul people that's in our way from being, you know, the strong people that we supposed to be. I made up names for them. So you got Micah King. They're the Frank Chasers or the Operation Tranny Gate, and they still take your mind off of genealogy while they showing dragons falling out the sky and saying that Tupac was a woman back in '89. You know, because look at his ears, and you take 60 pictures of somebody's ears over the course of a 20-year span, right? Yeah, that's a lot of shit these niggas was doing. I kid you not. Showing the men's chest. Tyson Breckford has a scar on his breast, and that's where he got his breast removed. And Jeezy is a woman, and you know they fucked with all of the greats. They basically made all of the women tranny. They turned me into a tranny. My sister's a tranny. I believe they said my cousin Tasha was a tranny. Shaka Khan, Delarice, everybody great. This Pam Grier, Jane Kennedy, they just turned all the men, all the women that was y'all poster women back in the days from Jet Magazine. They made all of them trannies. Lena Horne, Cicely Tyson, just everybody's a tranny. They don't have no respect. They don't have no respect. There was still a good number of people that were hanging out with them for whatever reason still. I don't know how these niggas got past them. How you know?
It's a scam. But this is the Aboriginal community is a church, basically, is how it's being looked at by them, and they pastors, and they scam, and they hang together, and they listen, man. The man called me and told me on my phone, "Don't go against what we saying. Don't go against what we saying." I'm like, bro, I'm new to the community. What you mean? What are y'all talking about? Why are y'all saying this if it ain't true? Why I can't go against it? Like, what do y'all own? They thought I was a new nigga. They putting out false bullshit just so you can watch the shit so they can try to get a job with YouTube. Like they trying to be like Kalinaga. So that's they homie. They riding that shit like, yeah, look what he doing. And the first time this nigga would have achieved putting 10 dumbass people together and giving them ID cards from that fake ass motherfucking UAN bullshit, they would have jumped and put some money in it. All the motherfuckers that's around here conning. They would have jumped and put some money in that because he got some followers. So they all hanging together. But the moment one of them go down, they all gonna run. But don't worry, we're gonna chase you roaches too. We're gonna step on y'all, put motherfucking red.
That's right. And this is a beautiful thing. Like, all the righteous people is squatting up. I don't know what y'all niggas gonna do, because we ain't even looking for each other. The ancestors is placing us all in this righteous path, and it look like it ain't nothing y'all niggas gonna do. If the moon controls the motherfucking tide, you see that this energy finna bust. Okay, it's about to be a tsunami out this motherfucker. We getting the balance in, and we gonna get rid of all these sucking niggas, all these scamming niggas. Ain't nobody scared of none of y'all niggas. Everybody knows that it's a real nigga in every hood near you. So y'all gotta, y'all gonna have to do something. Y'all gonna have to creep through the cracks and all of that shit. Y'all gonna have to like go under the fucking surface, like totally underground. They ain't even know where for that.
Stop. People on my Facebook, if you see this, don't ask me to stop. Don't try to tell me I'm obsessed with something and some bullshit and this and that and the other. Nigga, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep firing. I don't want him to resurface. If you go to his page, he looking for sympathy. He went to telling y'all he got an ID. He explained to y'all that he wasn't no chief in y'all face. That's the only thing that I'm after. Y'all got to stop sending that man money. That's what I'm after. He already said he got a license, but he don't got a car. He ain't bought no car yet after all the money he stole. He made a whole fake flag. It's okra on the flag. Okra like the okra you eat. This nigga is bogus as hell. Is you crazy? Motherfucker put some raw okra under an eagle on the flag with some goddamn rosemary or some lavender leaves on the side.
Let's get
you gonna
picture
tell me I'm tripping.
Let's get that picture. I gotta get that picture
Get the
to you.
picture of the flag. Get a close up of the flag on my life. Look at the flag. He got an eagle with some okra and some lavender leaves. And he made that.
Oh man, this is bad, real bad. Michael Jackson.
and y'all talking about me. Y'all talking about me. He put the Cherokee people name on that shit. Is you crazy?
Yeah.
You wrong.
Yeah.
You wrong. And you can't say I try to start a little club. This is some bullshit. This shit is not federally recognized by nobody. They find out we doing this, we terrorists. Fuck is you talking about?
Right.
What is you doing? They find out you doing that. That's a terrorist religious group. Go to the website, look at the paperwork. He trying to protect you by a religious group. The same religious act that the Moors are protected under. He's trying to use. And I'm just a nigga that's looking in. I'm not telling you I know everything, but I'm not no damn dummy. You might be, but not me. And I'm going to get his fried ass. That nigga went from prostituting to trying to prostitute this motherfucking word. This word that we be out here spitting. He trying to use that shit and use it to start a congregation. And Jim Jones, y'all ass. He trying to get y'all to keep the Kool-Aid. Keep it up. Keep it up. And I don't know this nigga. I just met her. I just met everybody around this community. It's been like a year or two I've been in the community, but it's been like maybe 6 years I've been really woke. Like, yeah, I know who I am. You know what I'm saying? I know I'm from America. Like, all black people don't come from Africa. You know what I'm saying? But now I've been searching who I am. So I'm just like you. I'm not ashamed to say that. You know what I'm saying? You can call me ignorant. You can call me whatever you want to. But I guess what? I'm smarter than you. Because I found out that this nigga was a goddamn con. I'm smarter than you. I'm smarter than you will ever be. Fuck you. Go keep reading your books. Going to your library. You can't pay for the common sense that I got. You can't pay for this in here. You can't pay for this. You can't pay for that, man. And she 100. She 100, and they been trying to tell y'all. And they turned this into a whole argument thing and seeing who can get the most subscribers and the most views, who can get this. And they steal information. The man sit up there and stole what I said on my Facebook, whatever the fuck he called himself, Chief Lion ass. He sit up there and stole everything that I said about not, you don't need no book to have common sense. He tried to regurgitate that shit. They been stealing shit from this girl for goddamn years before I even come along. They been stealing. And if that's the case, then that's why I'm on their ass. They're not gonna let that down. Imagine if you was the person looking up something. If you was the person waking somebody up. If you was the person doing that and somebody came along and then charged a motherfucker to get that information. Or charged a motherfucker for some bullshit. That's some bullshit. You gonna be mad. You gonna be mad. You gonna be mad. It's bullshit. So look at this. Nobody's in the stands. Nobody's in the stands. He's wearing a weave. He been bald head his whole life. He wearing a weave. And those feathers is fake as hell. I don't even know what bird them come off of. God damn it. What bird that come off of?
Those are not real feathers. Those are not real feathers.
Nobody reckon. Please zoom in on that flag. That's okra to the left.
He said that's okra. I'm done.
You know the okra shit. Zoom all the way right there. No, it ain't on this flag. It's on the other one. This is another flag he has. Yeah, this is on the other flag that's on the website. But it's the same concept as this flag. It's the same type of thing. It's what a world that is somebody. Nobody recognizes this shit. He got this shit made. He got that flag made. Everything is made. Nobody, look, the white people in the background is leaving. Nobody's in the audience. He snuck down there at the end of the game, took a picture, and made it look like he was being recognized. That nigga
Where you get all that hair from?
Well,
Rick,
the thrift store.
He said the thrift store.
and you know what was so wrong about this picture that I seen? All the women should be upset because he went and tried to get that type of hair. He couldn't even get no Brazilian slick and say he was a Indian. He went to go get the cheapest motherfucker he could fucking find. This nigga got a Rick James. He didn't even go get no Indian. Like, damn well Indians hair don't look like that. You like a fucking slave. Fuck is you doing from Africa? And then you always wearing this Asian shit. Look at that poncho he got on. Nigga, we don't wear that shit. Your ass there. You got a button up on under a poncho. Oh man, you got the gig is up. The gig is up, my boy. The gig is up, and it's I don't know what you looking at. Why you know the lady was gonna snap the picture, but you looking in the sky like the ancestors is calling you. Ain't nobody calling you. You've been had. Nobody calling you. That nigga was praying to Islam. He was praying to Buddha. He was praying to Jesus. That nigga say Jesus so much. I be like, man, this nigga say, and Jesus, the ancestors is calling me. I'm like, man, how much money is off this fool ass shit? Cause what the fuck is going on? Ain't nobody calling it. This man, they run to that positive bullshit after they've been caught. So it's like, let's go talk about the ancestors. Let's go talk about Jesus. Let's go talk about how people did this and did that. No. Let's talk about this paperwork, and that's what it's really about. Who ordained you to be a chief? And if you're not a chief, why are people sending? Do you even got an LLC? Why you talking about you gonna buy some property? What business do you have? Do you have any of this stuff? Because why y'all
business is pimping the people.
You should be asking to see this stuff. Like, okay, under what name you buying this land under? Under what business? Under what anything? Can I see some? Like, how you gonna buy land? Do you got the proper IDs? Do you got the proper shit? Don't just let nobody sit in your face on some Dr. Umar shit talking about he gonna buy a school. How? Do he got any of everything that he need? Did the safety inspectors go there? Did people go there from the city? You gotta have all this type of shit before you talking about buying something. You just ain't gonna walk up with no money and buy it. You know what I'm saying? It don't happen like that. Y'all gotta really ask them questions and stop sending money to goofy motherfuckers, man. Y'all doing the same thing. Y'all basically send y'all money to that TDJ. Y'all might as well. You sending it to this nigga.
Eddie Long.
Shit, might as well Creflo Dollar. God damn it, you sending it to a fake aboriginal. It's fake pastors in every community.
Yep.
These people is fake. They trying to guide you from the truth. And they don't even know the part that they playing is so fucked up. They don't even understand it. It's just become a game to them. They don't even understand what they doing.
Christian Cole's a motherfucker.
Hey, she muted. I can't hear.
Yeah. Oh, that's on her end. Hey, Phoenix.
When we were talking, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, we.
I was saying that what was even more like just crazy to me is the fact that some of these women that were attracted to these busters. That is dangerous because all I can think of is them endangering their children, endangering other women in their family, the elders. These men have serious, serious issues with women. They do. They have serious issues with women. And if a man can work on a set of gay porn very nonchalantly and be involved in stuff like that or whatever, he is not a straight man. He's not a straight man. When you participate in those type of activities, you're not a straight man. So now all of a sudden, but they hang out with people that talk about trannies and stuff all day, but these men have characteristics of predators, really of predators, right? So somehow they still receive these accolades. They getting over on these women. I'm afraid for them because they keep playing with that vulnerable shit and they coming into, and I call them Shebu Israelites, because all they worried about is pleasing some nigga. And in my mind, that means you're not even going to get up and feed your shorties because you're going to be running after what this nigga want to do all day. That's the impression that I get. That's what I see when I look at these type of relationships that they're forming. They're getting on planes, going across fucking country, go be with some goddamn stranger.
I'm sorry, y'all.
Some wild shit going on. Wild shit going on. And then they don't know who the fuck it is they getting up with, right? Don't know who they getting up with. Don't know what type of shit. Now you catch one of these older sisters, mess with a nigga like that, and they end up sick, right? They're going to be too embarrassed to even come back to the community and say, yo, this nigga, listen, man, this shit is crazy. Y'all better protect yourselves. Better protect yourselves. That's just all I'm going to motherfucking say. Better fucking protect yourself. Because these motherfuckers make y'all vulnerable. The number of ladies that came out to attack is, you see them on there. I was nice to them when they said, oh, all of this division. Fuck your division. Fuck your feelings. I'm not no soft chick, right? And I'm not going to stop until it's carnage every motherfucking where. It got to be a lot of destruction because these niggas been messy. They've been in the way for a very long time. And if we continue to let this cycle perpetuate, ain't nothing going to change. I'm looking for shit to change. I'm hanging out with the niggas that's about the solutions so we can solve things and that be that. These niggas want to hang out with the people that cause problems and all they're concerned with is problems. They ain't got no goddamn solutions. They got to get out the way. There's an island for them, and that's Ain't Shit Island, and that's where all the nothing muffins need to go. If you can't validate these motherfuckers, then there's no way you're going to put these niggas up on no goddamn pedestal and ain't putting no work in. It's absolutely no way. They sit there and charm you to death and then want to talk all calm like these people, their energy is so low vibrational, and you want to get all fucking Dalai Lama and shit like that when these nigga back get pressed up with some real niggas and they back up against the wall.
Hey, my boy Slim Bull say the nigga too submissive to be a Negro. And I say, I had to think about that. I say, man, when have you ever asked a motherfucker a question? And the Negro then snapped out. He said, even you snapped out like, nigga, here go my mother, my father, nigga, fuck you, nigga. He said, even you snapped out. He said, this nigga went straight into talking about I can assure you that I come out of American Mama's womb. Nigga, we don't even talk like that. When do we say we that came out of American Mama's womb? Nigga, what?
Mama's I don't know if she worked at Rikers Island or NYPD, but his mother is a police officer. She's like a captain or something like that. So he wasn't eating no motherfucking oodles and noodles all the time. You know what I'm saying? So these people, even if he came here in the 80s or if he came here in the 90s, they still attach themselves to the American Indian, right? The whole time they know your ass is the Indian, and they'll keep dragging you. This man was just Egyptian Hotep, and he was American Hotep story a minute ago.
But
not that long ago. Not an XL. He done been a whole bunch of different schools, and this is really.
He been here too long. If his mama the police and all that shit to have that accent, I believe that accent is a whole fake ass accent. I believe it's all game. Like, I believe the accent is fake. If you watch him from when he get mad, he'll lose the accent and talk. You ain't never been around New York. And even the people that talk with the accent still got that hard-ass New York talk. Nigga, something ain't right. You ain't been here that long and still got that accent. I know Africans that's been here for a couple months and they picked up on the language and how we talk can mimic you. They come here, people from other countries, and sing songs and sound just like us. And you've been in the porn industry for 20-something years ago, and you talking like that still? Something ain't right. See, that's what I mean. I'm goofy. I'm not a goofy.
You trying to hide that sugar.
Nigga, he said my ancestors. I can put that on right now. I can sound like that right now. That's a kind voice. The whole thing is kind. It's not African. It's a kind voice. That's why you can't pick up and see where it's from. It's a whole act. Everything's an act. That nigga gonna come out next week and be like, "How y'all doing? My name is Kendrick." I would just like to tell you guys that I just fucked everybody over for years. You not like if you resurface, I'm on your ass. I'm gonna find out what your name and your last name is, and I got a homie in New York. He's in Harlem. I don't know what part of New York you was in, but he I'm gonna hook you up on my page.
I got all his addresses and all of that.
I need to know who knows him and knows how he talk. Like, you need to put him in front of somebody that know. Like, have you listened to this nigga talk? Okay, you know what I'm saying? If anybody ever looked at any of the covers from the video, look up the videos and try to get his voice. Try to see where he acted at and did a voice. So you need to find out, because the whole voice is fake. It's not an African voice. It's not a Jamaican voice. It's a whole Negro trying to act like he's phony. I don't know what the fuck he is. He's just a whole phony ass Negro, and he's been conning, and that's my problem. And that last name, I was told that was some British shit. None of the Negroes in America got no British last names. Only motherfuckers got British last names. Motherfuckers over in Africa.
Exactly, straight to the crown. So now it is a name in heraldry. I did look it up. I think I put the screenshots up on my YouTube before. I think I did it through the community, not through doing a live or whatever. I did it on the community page. But this dude, he's like a vagabond. He goes from city to city. This is why he's always in videos with white women. He frequents the casinos, so he's got gambling problems and stuff like that. And then when he get low, what is he doing? Shaking that carrot for them white women with all the chicks, right? For all the pilgrim women.
He in the casinos.
Listen, this is the type of time they on, okay? And he messing with boys, so he ain't too fond of women in that regard, right? It's only the hustle for him. So don't fall in love.
Hey, that's what he don't want out too. I want y'all look. It's me he arguing with in the video from the monitor below on that last video that he made. Right? He got into saying I called him a homo. He said I'm not a homo. I'm not a homo sapien. I'm not a homo nothing. This before I even said anything about him being gay or a homo. A homo afterwards. I say why go quick to that? Because he knew once I found out about the stripping life that I was going to find out that there was some gay porn involved in what you was doing. If you read one of the front of the covers, it says best of both worlds. How dumb can you be? What worlds? Best of both worlds.
Got him.
So that alone tells you. That's why I say I'm just not no dummy. I'm just not no dummy. He admits to doing porn. He showed a picture of him dressed like the police officer. So it's not an edit picture. It's him. He went to his page and put that picture up and said, "This is me before one of my scenes involved 500 women." He's lying. That's him in the scene that says "best of both worlds," and it's a big another nigga. He breaking niggas back. He in the background. So like, what you doing?
Chief baby
best of what world? It's only two worlds when you fucking porn. You either on one side or you on the other. So what worlds are you in? But none of y'all question that. And if that's the case, he's a homosexual. How is he gonna tell us about strong men or anything? He's not saying that I got no problem with gay people, because I don't want to start, because I don't want to start with that. Not saying that. He's a homosexual. So how you gonna sit here and living in a closet and tell me how to deal with a woman, how to have peace of love with a woman? He's a confused individual. He shook his carrot for men for money. That's as low as you can go. That's as low as you can go. It don't get no lower than that. Ain't no coming back from that. Ain't no coming back from that. You down. You down. That should have been dead. I don't even know how y'all keep getting caught up with this shit. How he keep coming back? How is he resurfacing? How is he getting away with this shit?
Yeah, okay.
I'm new to this shit, but I just want to know why.
Yeah.
Well, I told you what he was doing was he'll go to a city and stick to the outskirts of the city.
Right, and then act like he's
And
running
then
through the city.
I like he's talking to the hood, and I'm out here for my people. But actually, he's nowhere near the
Peace,
community.
family. Peace, family. I'm out here making moves that make a difference. See, while these other people
Right.
just talking, yeah, and the ancestors has blessed me so we look at all this land, and we got horses, and we got cows, and we got ponies. Niggas sit here selling everybody all the water under the goddamn wind.
Yeah,
Fucking
I had checked Micah one time.
shit.
I checked Micah one time, and he posted on his page. Anybody know Crew Cut Bridges in Chicago area? Hit me up so I can find out about this brother. And I said, "What you need to know, nigga? What do you
I'll
need
give you
to
the
know?"
address.
He did that
He
to
got
me
my address
too.
to my house. He's never been here.
Finding dirt
He's
on
a
Phoenix
spy.
Moon. He went from $100 to like $1,500. Anybody that got any dirt on her, cause this bitch thinks she's ill or some crazy shit. I don't know. He was just talking all types of shit. So he has some. He lies and says that he has some like scientists over at some Gen Con thing that tell him when people are having celebrities to have like sex changes and all this crazy
You
shit.
can't make this shit up. How do you?
Can't make
you
it.
can't make it up, bruh. Like, come on, man.
Yep.
These the people y'all sending money to. Like, please,
That's right.
just send me your money. I ain't gonna take nothing. Just send me some money, dude. Y'all just giving out free money.
He got a whole block team to block all of us. Whenever she gets on, I've been in Facebook jail probably 11 months out of 12 last year. 2019 was just awful for me. But they have been blocking me for quite some time. They have like a team of 20 to 50 people that just boom, hit it. Here she goes. Stop her. And that's the end of that. And then you got the whole white boy. He the most Negro man of all Negro manage. Okay, Shaw Davis. That's another phone chaser. Yeah, he hangs out heavily with Micah King. He acts like he got all the ether in the world to nail everybody to the floor. Oh, I'm still waiting on the Phoenix Moon video he was supposed to do. And I had a part 1 and a part 2, and I called that shit too much candy for $1 because them niggas is sweeter than motherfucking cotton candy. Looks like John B, like Klay Thompson. But all these years he's been in the Aboriginal community, and everybody think he's the nappiest headed Negro. Okay, nothing like that. He is Klay Thompson. His mother's white. Everybody in his family's gay. His mother's gay. His brother's gay. His daughter bisexual, and he's over there with Micah talking about I hate trannies. Look at Suge Knight. Suge Knight's a clone. Everybody's clones and trannies. So
why is that a thing though? Like, my whole thing is, I even got gay people in my family, and they know how I feel about shit. You know what I'm saying? I don't waste my time unless the LGBT community is trying to hurt black men. Then I'll say something, but I don't waste my time like worrying about like who was the Geechee and who was not. That's not benefiting the community none. You know what I'm saying? That they forming a group to take down Bill Cosby and black people in the black community. Now that's a whole nother thing. But like to be taking a picture of Phoenix and then that just judge a lot. For me to know that this is a woman sitting in front of me, for you to tell me that that's a man, you like something got to be wrong. Like I'm gonna have a problem with that. Like now you don't know how to look. You don't know a woman from a man. What? How far is you trying to confuse motherfucker?
You had other females convinced that I lied about having 3 children. Me and my sister don't have any baby pictures as women, like all types of shit. And it was a bunch of women that was like, oh yeah, she does look like a man and all this other shit. All the weirdos, right? And they all have their little.
It got to be somebody. It got to be some followers, man. It got to be somebody a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? You get 2 people to go out and do some dumb shit. Everybody gonna follow along instead of being smart. And some of the people just like chaos. Some of the people just tuning into this to see the beef. You know what I'm saying? But if you're gonna see the beef, at least support the right side of the beef.
That's right.
This shit they doing don't support the bullshit.
Nah, you got the fence riders, big homie. You got the
there's tons of fence riders. There's tons of fence riders. And the good thing about the fence riders is they falling off one way or another. So all of their grand schemes and stuff like that have been thwarted. Some with effort, some without any effort at all. And I think it's wonderful. I think the best is yet to come from Indiana. And you want to know what? These niggas can't get in on none of it. They've been causing destruction and drama and all sorts of problems. They stick their feet out right before we get to a finish line. These is the remnants of your Malachi York babies, all of your other schools of thought that have been infiltrating and keeping everybody away from grandma. Because as long as you're worried about your Howard Shot and dragons falling out the sky and all of these other fancy things, you're not looking in on grandma and see what they was doing 100 years ago. Nigga know what they did, King Tut and fucking Egypt 50,000 years ago, but don't know what happened in his own goddamn family 100 years ago. This is the dynamic that we have to stop. And these men have come in to be a fucking distraction and to swindle and hustle. That's it. That's it and that's all. And now it's to the point where the real niggas can't even get in where they fit in because they done gave a fucking king's ransom to these bozo motherfuckers that ain't doing shit. But raping and pillaging the village.
That's it.
Man, could have been really, somebody could have really set something up, shit, you know? Peace out.
That's it.
I'm here. Oh, my bad.
Well, he thought you were gone. He was
no, my bad.
I thought it was over, shit. I'm like, peace out, shit. But yeah, I was gonna say like it's real people out here like that's really a part of the community that take their time. And you know, one of the guys I want to shout out is Doug. You know what I'm saying? Doug Carter on Facebook. You go look him up. You give him a shout out Slim Pool. Look him up, friend him, Smith Billy, because these guys ain't been afraid to say shit. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with them. And through them, I see this with real guys that got real knowledge. These people need to start connecting together, man, to do certain things. Because these are the people that you will really want to give money to further some shit, because they'll really do the knowledge and really go do it. You know what I'm saying? But it's hard to get us together if the motherfuckers is getting together with them goofies and going to do nothing. Over the past 2017, that page. He had more pages before then. He been doing these videos since like 2014. What land has he brought?
None.
What he put his money for? I could put and pull some hot dogs and ketchup and shit out and feed everybody on the block. I could get 100 double cheeseburgers and feed everybody on the block and sit out here and talk and play some music and fake like I done put some shit together. It's not hard. I can go get motherfuckers crackheads to party with me right now and be like, these my black people. They got old people out there that kick with the crackheads too. They can pull up. I can pull up in front of an elderly home and fucking kick with everybody out there and be like, look at my elders.
And
look at what I'm doing.
They're gonna appreciate it too.
They like, damn, you know, look at this guy. He an Indian. They gonna say anything because they appreciate a motherfucker feeding them or doing something for them. That's why I say don't do it. Your goodness don't need to be televised. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Only thing need to be televised is this knowledge. You taking something out your pocket, giving it to somebody, or trying to prove that I'm doing something for the ancestors is always gonna prove you a fraud. It's always gonna prove that. This shouldn't be that part should not be televised. Only thing he should be televising is the knowledge. He shouldn't be televising him going to do nothing. That right there tells you a fraud. He trying to fake tell you what he doing with your money when he really going to get him some weed and shit. And the nigga that you see that really smoke weed and that see the shit, you gonna look at him talking about, look at you smoke weed. Man, that nigga sniffing cocaine and everything. Dr. Umar got millions. He on the damn thing talking about, I ain't got no donations. Make sure you send some donations. What the fuck? This shit getting real.
That nigga Umar voluptuous, nappy-headed black women. Send me your resume.
What you say? You can't make this shit up.
Voluptuous, nappy-headed African women.
Single.
You can send me your resume.
Single.
Like, and y'all still like, where's he still getting donations from? Like, where's he still getting money from to continue on his podcast and all his shit? Like, y'all should be flagging the shit out there. Y'all flagging me, little old me, that don't give a fuck about Facebook jail, that's gonna go to work and come right back on Facebook.
I believe they stopped sending him money. I believe they stopped sending him money. And he's staying in car. I think he got kicked out of his hotel. His house. I believe he's staying in his car now. And I think he's looking for a single female to go stay with at the very moment. Hey,
calling out.
All his whole place is gone. Then you have somebody else too that needed to be thrown under the motherfucking iron horse. See what's Cheeto Paul, Micah.
Talking about that little sky boy. I mean, the midget down there in Columbus.
Wild Fox.
Wild Fox.
Yeah, he been on mute with his little. He must have took his motherfucking red pill this time. That nigga's been on mute. Yeah, you know, somebody must have been coaching Cheeto Pod. Like I said, I'm really not even upset enough. I kind of just feel sorry for him. I just think that he's not as intelligent as people think he is. Nobody wants friends that bad. If somebody sets you up 3 times in a row, they're not your fucking friends. And at the point where you still believe that by some chance they actually are, nigga, that's a judgment call and you're a dangerous motherfucker. And that might be okay for you. If you like it, I love it. But you're going to get the fuck away from me because everything you touch can bring danger to me. And this is why I feel the way I feel about these niggas, because they always introducing a bunch of creeps to me and it makes me vulnerable, right? I can't do that. I can't do that. I'm just not going to do that. I think it's pretty clear now. Niggas ain't going to catch me with no sucker shit. I got a family that I really fucking care about what they think. This outside shit, you all find it well. What was inside right here, what they think about me, my children, my mother, my parents, yeah, that's important to me. So all this other shit these niggas be talking about, you know, it ends up just being a dub. It just ends up being a dub. And they try a lot of shit. They pull out a lot of fucking stops to keep a nigga like me quiet, but I know that shit don't be working.
I've been reaching out to these dudes like, yo, what's the problem? Why y'all still shooting at them? You can call me if you got a problem. I'm talking to the men, and they will talk to me like everything's fine, and then the next day they right back riffing at the women again. And I'm like, man, don't y'all get tired of yelling at women? I ain't never seen a generation of men that just take all they beef to the women and don't say nothing to the men.
Yeah.
These folks here crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
My whole
and just the fact that they
all this research, all this.
Let me tell you how dirty they are. Micah, when he got so mad at me, you know that bitch ass nigga went to the Native Americans and the Pan-Fights that we was fighting for the last 5 years. Look at all these double crosses. We was in the middle of the war, and your boy Cheeto Pod sent that fucking Pilgrim Christie 6 killer his pencil. Picture of his pencil. We in the middle of the war, and your motherfucking nigga sends the enemy bitch his fucking pencil, right?
Damn.
And they tried to charge him $5,000 for the picture, trying to extort him and shit. And he got so frustrated, it was almost like he was considering it. And then he just said, well, fuck it. Hey, it is what it is. Go ahead and show it to my job then. Do what y'all gonna do. Right? For them to go back to these particular people to try and insult the Indian, I think that's a different type of low shit. That's a different type of low shit. Like, I personally could not sink to those. I couldn't sink to those extremes. Even on some real greaseball shit, there's still got to be some sort of respect and honor with it and dignity with that shit. And these niggas lack it completely. They lack it completely. And it's I ain't grow up around them type of niggas. My soul is always going to reject them type of men. These niggas don't got no respect for their mother, their daughters, their sisters, no aunties, no cousins. They just with some sausage party shit. I don't know how that shit going on. And you know, he always says stuff like, oh, the next time I get me a woman, I'm going to do this. Now, I know y'all seen them posts now. Oh, yeah, he goes from talking about apples and oranges to cunnilingus. He's that type of nigga. So you know he's not getting that. He'll wake up and post, oh, I just dreamt that I was in a room with 9 Jamaican women. I hope they whine all on me. And I'm sitting there like, this nigga ain't getting no buzz. You know, nobody's loving and trusting on this nigga if he's saying these type of things. But you're hanging out with all these old wags and stuff. I don't know. These people, they just, you know, I don't know. They got some shit going on. And they definitely didn't want me to find out about much of it. You know, so I don't know. They should feel privileged because I kind of tried to chill and let things play out the way they play. But they know they did not want me on their motherfucking back. Right? And one thing they know, Sean, they learned about me, I wasn't going to back down. I ain't give a fuck how much pressure they thought they was throwing. I wasn't backing down. That was the end of that. And I dragged them as long as I could, as far as I could. You know? But we got to get these bozos out the way. Hemok and his gang, and they're still going because now it's the subtle people. Now you have Chief Betty's and all that other stuff, right? But everybody want to think she a sweet ass old lady. She's out there scamming and chanting these other elders, and then she turns them over to the Hemoks.
Wait a minute, Phoenix.
Another type.
What about what she did to a couple of families we know about, and how she had the families come down and give her a hand, and she had them living in filth and shit, and they had kids, and it was shit all over the place. Yeah, that's a story we need to let that family come and
that family. I will definitely have that family on the show to talk about their terror, the horror story that they had going to help this woman. We thinking we doing the right thing, and this indigenous woman is talking about I got land and you got families. She wanted families to move down there and pretty much do all the work. And she's a weirdo lady because it was almost like her own children don't fuck with her. Let's get that understood. Betty got a son out here in New York, and he kind of handsome too, just FYI, in case anybody want to be her daughter-in-law. I'm just saying. The son kind of handsome, but none of her own children don't even mess with her. So Betty tried to get all of the young, able-bodied men to move down there with their families and everything in tow, and she don't really got nothing set up for them. If you see the filth and squalor that she had, one of these other families that went to assist her, I'm going to have her on the show and let her tell the story herself. Yes. Because you guys just have to, this one, it was just so, you got to be shitting me. I'm going to let them tell, I got to let them tell it themselves. You know what I'm saying? Because that shit is just chiller. Like, it's one jaw dropping, just gag, just sitting there. Right. Like, what? And when you
stop gagging,
it's like, you got to be kidding me. Betty needs her ass whipped. Let's just say that. She's 71 years old, and it got to be a real reason. If I'm actually saying that, and I mean it with conviction, okay? She needs her ass whooped. 70 years old. Police officers roughed her ass up a couple of winters ago. She deserved it. Cosmically, she deserved that shit. And I know there's some people that's going to be pissed off. Why she talking about the old lady? Because that old lady is helping these other motherfuckers rob other old ladies.
No, how about that? Some real foul shit, though. I mean, I'm not going to get into it. I'll let the family tell it, but...
we'll get the family on here.
There was some fucked up shit. I mean, I hate to say it like that, but it was some really, really, really horrific. It was horrific. Let's put it like that.
Where'd the brother go? Did he come back?
No, he ain't back yet. But how everybody doing? We got a live chat. Phoenix, your chat is rolling.
Hey, what's happening, everybody? I can't really see it because of
Rainstorm, Chad, Murdoch. Oh man, we deep in here.
What's up, beloveds? How y'all beauties? You wet see? What's up, baby? Call me.
Shataya.
Yeah, they hate us, city chicks. They hate us.
His name. He shot a quick dub up through there. You're looking out for the love.
Thank you, Shataya. Thank you, Rainstorm. Thank you, Carrie. One just disappeared. There was another one. I can't even see it.
Yeah, I ain't see it neither.
HM, thank you so much, beloved. I see y'all. Thank you so much.
Oh, we got a lot of folks coming to the event.
Tiffany, thank you, Tiffany. Tiffany Gibson, I gotta shout her out. She's just a little bundle of joy. You know how you meet somebody, you have a conversation, you know you can feel the energy of the people, right? And she sent me something the other morning, and I just smiled. It kind of just like got me jump started. So thank you, Tiffany. She sent me a song. This is some music. Okay. And I was vibing out to it. Thank you so much, Tiffany. Yeah, so I mean, it'd be like the dope people, and now y'all make the shit all worth it. You know, I don't even be giving a fuck. So I don't know if you guys saw, but I had a little altercation with the natives, the Cinco Pesos, this morning. They about done. I've been kind of dropping bows on them for the last couple of days. I need to chill because I'm finally out of Facebook jail on my main account. So I'm not gonna do too much shit talking, but I had to drop a couple of bows. I certainly got a hold of Jeremiah's ancestry. Yeah, that was interesting in itself. And one day when I have time, I'll go through it. Maybe I'll even help him find some of the Indians, right? And hopefully at some point, you know, we'll get to the bottom of that shit and we'll just save it for a rainy day because they like to think they're fucking slick. and no more pretending that they're experts either. So that's the end of that. And that's really what that was about. Well, I really had no interest in caring what his family was about. I did want to get to the bottom of the fact that you act like you got so much knowledge, nigga. Your daddy was born in Nigeria. There's no reason why he can't find his great-great-grandfather. He was born in the 1900s. Shit like that, that was weird as hell to me. It's one thing when you talking about some Africans got kidnapped 1700s, 1800s, and they've been here all these years. That's one thing. But when your dad just get here in the 1960s and you still don't know who your great-great-grandfather is, that shit is wild to me. Wild to me. And you sitting here wanting to act like you know everybody else is all the Indian shit. They all up in our shit, all up in it, and they ain't got nothing on their own people. So it's quite clear. Y'all make sure y'all hold them on the neck. Thank you so much, Mr. Hart. Keep them niggas on the gate. Always push grandma on them, and you will never lose a debate. You always stay with grandma. This is why I haven't lost yet. I'll bring old ladies and old men to the battle every motherfucking time. And can't none of these niggas throw me off the motherfucking square. They can't. They can't. That's the fucking power that everybody else needs to have, yo. And keep them on grandma. Don't let them drag you off with pyramids. Don't let them sidetrack you. Then they'll tag 20 other people. And then you got all these comments that you can't keep up with. If you got to step away for a minute, turn the fucking comments off. So by the time you control who says what and why you going, so you can get a chance to catch up. Because they'll try and fucking out-slick you, and then they think they're going to get screenshots and all this other shit and try and switch your shit around and all that. I'm telling y'all, stick to them with genealogy. Make sure they know how to produce them Africans. The same way they want you to produce them Indians, make sure they know how to produce them Africans. Because if you ask any of those questions in reverse, them niggas can't answer it. This is why I tell them how they go to sleep in one country and wake up in a whole nother motherfucking place. They can't keep their eyes on their own prize. They just going to keep jabbing at the Indian, keep helping all these other people that been making all this money from the HUD Section 3, getting all the contracts. These niggas are the gatekeepers that been protecting these people. They like the dude that you send up in the weed spot because you can't go in the trap house. You send your homie in there that look like all the people in the neighborhood and come back, and that's how these niggas is getting these contracts. They sending motherfuckers that look like us in there.
Looking like us, yeah. Little snitches, little rats.
And it's people like Donald Trump getting the chicken. So when Martin Luther King talked about he was coming for the check, he was coming for the check. Because the check was available. But you know who they wrote it out to? You know who cashed it? All of these pilgrims that say, y'all ain't Indian, y'all niggas is African.
Right. Them $5 motherfuckers.
So they can pretend to be us. And they walking away with the check.
They
ain't no minority. And they don't look like the Indians to the Indians. That's what Trump said, and that's what the fuck he meant. He knew what he was talking about.
Damn.
He knows what it is. So, you know.
They got this.
It is what it is.
About one. They say it got about this much Indian in them. Just a little speck.
Oh, man. Yo, I'm going to revisit the movie Pootie Tang. You see how they kept undermining him, and you know he was like a real ladies' man and shit like that. But at the end of the day, they mocked him. They didn't really take him seriously. They didn't think he was that intelligent, but they had to clone him. Remember, there ended up being like thousands and millions of Pootie Tangs and shit like that. That is the exact same thing that they have done to the Americans. They fucking Pootie Tanged us.
Every day, though.
Cloned a bunch of motherfuckers to take our place.
Every day.
Yep. So, this is what it is. I hope y'all enjoyed that little spicy meatball. I'm going to post that Phight and Cheeto Pod on my page.
There you go.
I'm going to post it just for shits and giggles. Definitely wasn't expecting that shit to come across my motherfucking screen. But, yeah, I get the scoop, I get the drop. I'm definitely going to bring it to y'all. And, you know, like I said, all that fucking Jean-Claude Van Damme, all that Steven Seagal, you know, the living dying shit. None of that shit was working. That motherfucking Indians were letting that nigga through. And then I just found it funny because if you from the Ninth Ward, I know that there will never be a day where I can't walk down Broadway in Brooklyn There'll never be a day where I can't walk down Fulton, or walk down St. John's or Gates Avenue. There'll never be a day where Farmers Boulevard is off limits to me, where
That's
I
your
can't
hood.
walk down. Right. I could go to Left Rack all the way on the upper side of town. There's no place in New York City. I was primarily raised in Brooklyn and Queens. There's no place in New York City. I don't give a fuck if I want to go chill in Castle Hill in the Bronx, where the Puerto Ricans and Dominicans is at. Nobody's stopping me from walking down none of these motherfucking streets. You best to believe that shit. You best to fucking believe it. And damn sure not during a cultural event. Are you kidding me? Huh? No. No. But these is the tough guys, these is the martial arts. I know karate, but I do know crazy. These is them niggas. And they was rejecting that roundhouse kick. Wasn't no MMA shit going on down there, in Louisiana. They wasn't with none of that shit. And it was a very intense scene. The video is probably about 6 or 7 minutes, and y'all can watch it all the way through. But I'll tell you what, when them niggas said you ain't going through, they ain't go through until them other niggas kept it.
Mm-hmm. They by the back.
So definitely enjoy the video. Like I said, I like to see the fucking bad guys get their ass whipped. Yes, I'll make jokes out of it. I don't care. I'll laugh. I'll bust a gut. I will chuckle. I don't care. They deserve it. And it's cool. It's safe that way. We ain't have to put no hands on them. We ain't have to send no goons to go bust their head or nothing. Mm-hmm. The ancestors just make shit work and just vote on these niggas. And it's sweeping like a fervent heat. And I love that shit. I've been waiting for it. This is the fucking get down that I've been waiting for. I'm not no sore female. I told y'all before, I'm not going to be playing no Sade on the battlefield. I'm coming hard. We got to keep with the heavy hitting, and the shit is working because all these other creeps, they're going to be so intimidated to come in and try and infiltrate. They ain't going to find no room. We're making it hard to breathe, just like small breaths, just taking all their fucking oxygen away, just taking it all away. Let them take them short breaths. Niggas going to be on the rest of the way to home.
It's over with.
That's a fact. If y'all haven't bought y'all tickets for the No Grandma Killer Tour, we still got some tickets left. The shit is growing. We got a bigger venue, so we can be able to accommodate a few more people. Get y'all tickets. We're going to have a good old time. Subscribe to the new channel. We got the No Grandma Killers channel. It's going to be a bunch of American Indian all-stars there. Some of your favorites, some new people that you haven't heard, but they're just as valid as some of us that may be a little more popular. We want to make sure that we mix things up and we get things that's going to be culturally sound, because ultimately we want to make sure that we are dominant in media and the messages that are being put out, some of the news stories that are pertinent to us, specifically for us. Everything's going to be tailor-made for what's good for the Indian, to keep us in the loop, keep us informed. Got a whole bunch of different styles, so all the different personalities you love, you get a one-stop shop. Of course, we'll still have our own individual channels. I'm certainly not going to be talking about beating nobody down on the No Grandma Killers channel. That's different energy. When it comes down to fight night and Friday with Phoenix and the battles and shit, we're going to be over here getting it popping. I'll still be swinging, right?
That's right.
I'll still be swinging the tomahawk over here, but we're just going to make sure that it's just a one-stop shop, something that children will be able to watch, old people be able to watch, family. We want to get family things going so people can sit down together and start having these discussions. And it's not so awkward when we're not with you, but we're still in the room and we're talking about American Indian families, what's good for them, and what we're going to do going forward. So if you're sitting in your living room watching it with your family, then that's going to take some of the pressure off you. And maybe we'll be able to catch the aunt's ear or the uncle's ear that's been giving you the problems and shit, and make it kind of clear for them to where it's not, so much pressure and shit like that. They went through a lot of stuff, so they're not all going to be so open and forward. Got to be patient with them. Again, try and get on their level. If you got to go sit in church with them to get that motherfucking information, that's what you got to do, right? You might have to do that. It's not a bad thing. Make sure you knock the plate over and shit like that and send it around.
NoGrandmaKillers@gmail.com if you got any questions about the event. We're getting back to everybody as fast as possible. I mean, the emails is, yes. You wouldn't believe that we get 100 emails a day. So we really want to...
Right. And then some of them are kind of personal. 1492 Phoenix. We all got individual emails for the personal stuff. If it doesn't have anything to do with the No Grandma Killers tour, please don't send it over there. I'm not the only one that sees it, so if it's personal, we're all gonna see it. I'm just telling y'all right now. Number two, if it is something don't about the No Grandma Killers tour, try to send it all over to the email, because if you tell me on my phone, I might forget to convey something to everybody else that needs to be told. Same thing. I'm not going to remember. If everything is in one spot, then, you know, we can kind of keep everything consolidated, but I don't want any of the details to be left behind. You know what I'm saying? So make sure y'all hit that email up. That's going to be the centralized place to get in touch with us.
I got one more.
What'd you say, Coach?
I got one more. I got one more.
Okay. What that is?
The new channel over there on YouTube, No Grandma Killers on YouTube. It's a new page where you're gonna get interviews from a lot of people. It's gonna be a lot. You got Tasha over there, Phoenix over there. I'm gonna be over there, and then we're gonna have a lot of guests that we've been working with over there. So if you want to catch those interviews and all the live, what she called juicy meatballs is what Phoenix called it. You want to go over there and subscribe, like, and share, and let everybody know that for a while we're gonna be over there bringing that funk. So don't miss it.
Right. You also, let me just make a mention for content contributors. If you have craft skills, things like that, we want to bring stuff like that to the channel. It don't always got to be us talking. I'm gonna look. I got this wonderful sister in Mississippi. Her and her children are farmers. I don't think she realizes how important she is to me, and just to know how, you know, how talented she is and how knowledgeable her children are as far as being able to grow things and stuff like that. I would love to have her give us a little bit of time, even if she has to upload the, you know, a couple of minutes of the day, if she's teaching us how to grow onions in different climate, you know, just a whole bunch of different things. You got to see what she has. She's got a bunch of organic products. She's got tons of stuff, but there's a lot that people can learn from somebody that's never broken the chain. She's never lived in the city. She's been born with knowing how to do the farming and stuff like that. So people like her, very useful, very informative. There's some things we could definitely learn. Whatever, you have a specific trade or something like that, submit any ideas you have, you know, that may be able to contribute. If you feel like you can have a half-hour show, you feel like you can have an hour show or hold a 2-hour platform, please send us any ideas and stuff that you have and see if we can make that happen. Get your spot on No Grandma Killers. It's going to be an active channel, and we want to mix it up, and we want to make sure that it's fair. We want to make sure that it is totally tailored just specifically for the American Indian. It's not going to be no foreign shit going on, and we're going to get back in the way. As we knocking all these other people out the way like bowling pins and shit like that, we get to stand strong and solid. And there's going to be different things for us to pay attention to. So we're not always in battle mode. We're not always in debate mode. And we're still getting the skills that we have to get. So
all right.
That's it. That's it. So definitely check us out, like and subscribe, share the video. Tasha She, you know her channel, like and subscribe if you haven't done it already. No Grandma Killers, you got Buck Wildem, the indigenous one, like and subscribe. African Americans ain't African. You got Johnny Aboriginal. Johnny, we're gonna have Johnny on the show too. Johnny's going to be with us in Atlanta. Can't wait to get him back on the show. Got a lot of good things coming up. There's some other special guests. We're just going to kind of keep that as a surprise so we can save a little bit of the excitement and leave a little bit to the imagination until you're like, oh, no, they didn't. Yeah, yes, we did. It's going to be nice, though. You know, it's cool because it's a bunch of the righteous people working together. And it's about fucking time. I'm excited.
Definitely me too. Excited. So
get y'all tickets.
Yeah, you better get them. Don't get caught slipping.
That's right. Ain't nothing like the first one. It's always gonna be dope. I can't wait. We got some people coming from all over. Cousin Sokwa's coming from Cali. I'm excited. It's gonna be a bunch of us Indians in one spot. I'm telling you, that energy is gonna be epic. It's gonna be epic, and I'm really looking forward to it. I really am. I can't wait to see a lot of y'all. Definitely. Y'all got any questions before we hang out?
Oh yeah. Let's get these questions before we go, because we quick to hit that button. I'm like, dang. Let me see. We got no. I'm checking.
Any other questions or anything? Okay. Well, it was definitely nice rocking out with y'all. I want to thank brother Sean Blackman. He was blacking out on Colorado. I think the poster public. If y'all want a good funny, you want to see a good dragon, definitely good dragon and toe tagging to an infiltrator. You definitely want to see that there. That was his deportation papers. I thought it was absolutely hilarious. You got the young bull coming out of Chicago and he ain't playing no game. Micah, we know you ain't the motherfucking truth. Cheeto Quan, that karate ain't work, baby. You better try crazy next time, love. And Chief Colinago, nigga, we taking your green card, baby. Your shit revoked, honey. You got to go have several seats. Don't make me go to my computer and pull up the motherfucking threads with that NU wire and get to the bottom of that. Okay, fully in front of everybody. I'll do a step-by-step demonstration of how you are not the motherfucking Wolf Clan. All right, so gracefully bow out. Take off that fake ass wig looking like DMX and Belly. Oh, me beg you $1. Remember when the nigga DMX put the wig on to go kill the nigga in the car with the broad? Excuse me, me beg you $1. Nigga, fake dreads like that is just like so pathetic. It's like they just fucking insult you while they're insulting you.
This man got a head full of hair. He got the fake dreads, man.
Ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. You can't make this shit up. You cannot make this shit up. But it's funny nonetheless. But we cleaning up Indian country. We raising some good soldiers too. We got some good soldiers coming about this league, baby. It's gonna be all good. I'm excited. Love, peace, and bear grease. Chapisa Lachi K for me. Coach, anything else?
We out.